All right, guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go into an article titled, Wait for the Man Who Gives You These 18 Feelings. Now, guys, this article is written by a woman that's convincing women that they need to wait around for the perfect one and never settle unless a guy can make you feel these 18 different feelings. Not 4, not 5, not 6, 18 different feelings, and convincing women that guy is out there. No, he's not. Okay, and I'm going to go through this article, guys, and you're going to see all these traits that this female writer is trying to convince women of, and you're going to see real quick, you're going to notice a pattern that pretty much all these personality traits and emotions that she's saying that a woman should seek out in a guy that make her feel pretty much will boil down to two different guys. And I'm doing this, guys, also because how many times have you heard women complain that there's no good men out there, or all the good men are taken, or all the things like that, and they spend their prime years looking for the one, and or waiting for the small percentage, the top percentage of guys out there, and then when they don't get that guy, they bitch and complain and insult men that they don't want to settle down. There's no good men out there, blah, blah, blah. I've done articles about it. I've done videos about it. You've seen it. And it's just really funny to get in the idea, understand where this comes from. And part of it comes from women like this, convincing women they got to wait for these things, but also just, as I've said before, the feminist movement, making women believe they're entitled to everything, all the validation from guys on social media, dating apps, all that. It's crazy. So I'm doing this because it's really funny to hear, but it just goes to show you why things are the way they are in this day and age. So again, article title is, Wait for the Man Who Gives You These 18 Feelings. Starts off, it's easy to settle when you lose sight of what a good relationship is like. Sometimes you go so long without one that you forget it's even possible to have what you want. Hold on to hope and wait for a guy who makes you feel these 18 emotions. He's out there. 18, guys. He's out there, my ass. Number 1, excitement. You always get butterflies in the beginning when you're seeing someone new, but the feeling fades away quickly. Hold out for the person who not only gets you excited about them, but excited about life in general for the long haul. Notice that excitement's the first one on the list. It's not safe or secure or loved. It's excitement. There's a clue, guys. The long haul. It all fades. I don't care who the guy is. It all fades over time, no matter what. So come on here. Number 2. And number 2 is going to be completely the opposite of number 1. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Number 2, security. It may sound boring, but it's actually essential. You want to be with someone you trust, someone who you don't have to monitor or keep tabs on in order to make sure they're staying in line. Wait for the person who gives you no reason to doubt them. Okay, so the guy that gives a woman security, makes her feel safe, like she can trust him and all that, is not going to be the same guy who's Mr. Excitement. It doesn't work that way, okay? These are two different types of guys. And I'm sure you're going to start to notice what type of guy will be Mr. Excitement and what type of guy will be Mr. Security. They're never all rolled into one. But you have women like this who write articles like this convincing women that happens. It doesn't work that way. Complete opposites. Next one, positivity. Yes, your general attitude about life needs to come from a place within yourself. Still, it doesn't hurt to spend your time with someone special who enhances your joy and encourages an uplifting perspective. Okay, I got no problem with that one. Generally, that could be either one, either guys. I said this boils down to two different guys. Next one, enthusiasm. This person is someone you spent a great deal of time with, so might as well hold out for someone who brings a ton of enthusiasm both to you and for you. There's nothing like loving someone who is equally engaged and perpetuates positive emotions. Okay, well, again, what guy is this going to be? Okay, what guy? You're not going to get all this in one guy. I mean, already we've gotten a 4 here: excitement, security, positivity, enthusiasm. That's a lot. Next one, safety. Another emotional another emotional that at first glance seems dull, but it's actually sexy as hell. What could be more appealing than the ability to be completely yourself with another human being? You want the person with whom you can lay your heart bare without fear. By and large, guys, most people are not themselves. Whenever that whole thing when someone gives you advice to be yourself with the opposite sex, how well does that usually work out? Not very often. Especially women will tell guys all the time, guys that are foolish enough and don't know any better to ask a woman advice about other women, they tell you to be yourself. That doesn't work out well because generally yourself is not going to work unless you're a very small percentage of guys, and even then, good luck. But it says right here, another emotional thing that seems dull. Well, generally it is dull. But again, what guy is going to be the one that's safety, security? Now, guys, I'm just going to cut right to the chase. These personality traits that she's mentioning in this article, they are traits that you're either going to get from the bad boy or the nice guy. So who's going to be safety? It's going to be the nice guy. You're not going to get the safety from the bad boy. And who do women are generally drawn to? The bad boy. They're the ones that they want to hook up with, and usually the ones they cheat on with the nice guy. The nice guys who they settle down with when they're done with the bad boys and realize, shit, I'm getting old here. I got to settle with some guy that's going to put up with my crap and be grateful to have me, but there's going to be no excitement and all those other things. Number 7, amusement. It's perhaps the most essential element of a successful relationship. The ability to laugh together. You get it through almost anything if the two of you approach it with a shared sense of humor. Wait for the person who cracks you up beyond belief. Well, I have news. The guy that women like funny guys. Okay, but there's a difference between saying funny things and trying too hard and acting like a freaking comedian. The guy that's trying to entertain the girl. Trying to basically be a dancing monkey for her. Okay, a lot of guys do. That's what a lot of nice guys do. They feel like they got to entertain the girl to get her to like them. Okay, and a lot of times, like I said, women like guys that are funny, but there's being funny naturally, and guys going out of their way, being over the top and trying to be comedians and goofballs. They don't find that sexy, okay? And I'm sure I'll get one woman on here or two on the comment section. They'll say, that's not true. Yeah, it is true, okay? The dancing monkeys, the guys are the stand-up comedian types are on purpose trying to be funny. It will be seen as a turnoff, okay? Because they're trying too hard. They can see her through. But the guys are natural about it and just are funny without ever trying too hard. That's more attractive. But even then, so understand that. No dancing monkeys, no deliberate comedians. That doesn't work. Number 8, delight. You might not have an experienced pure and utter delight with someone you've dated, but you know when it happens. It's the most amazing feeling. You'll be beyond grateful that you stuck to your guns and waited for the right person. So far, I've done 7 different things here, guys. And I don't think any one person is going to have all these traits. And that's just 7. I still have another 9 to go. Oh, no, excuse me. I still got 11 more to go. But for delight, pure delight, good luck. Next one, number 9, yearning. When you're with your partner who makes your heart sing, your entire being craves their proximity. You might not even exchange words. Their presence simply calms you like nothing else. Wait for someone you intrinsically enjoy. No woman is going to yearn for a nice guy. The guy that's Mr. Safety, Mr. Security, the dancing monkeys trying to make her happy, make her laugh, make her happy. No woman's going to yearn for that. The woman's going to yearn for the guy that's Mr. Exciting, Mr. Unpredictable, the Mr., that type of guy. But not the other traits. So you're not going to get all that rolled into one. Next one, desire. You may think you can't have compatibility on all levels, but you're selling yourself short. Hear this? You can and you will as long as you don't settle. You have to believe you deserve someone who makes you tingle no matter how long you're together. It's possible for you to desire to grow as your relationship does. That tingle, I don't care how, let's just say for argument's sake that a woman gets a guy that meets a lot of these traits I'm talking about here. The whole tingle thing and all that what she's talking about here, that doesn't last forever. It's bullshit. Okay, come on here. Eventually, the honeymoon period goes. The woman learns pretty much everything about the guy, and that's that. But she's, again, convincing, and she's double downing here about saying, you can and you will find this as long as you don't settle. How many women have spent their prime years, late teens, 20s, and 30s, the early 30s, with this in mind? That they're not going to settle until they find the perfect guy. And guess what happens? Thanks to things like this, the feminist movement, validation for men. Next thing you know, they're in their mid to late 30s or 40s, and they've been waiting around because they don't want to settle because they've been told to. And guess what? They're miserable as hell because they haven't found a guy yet. And their biological clock's going crazy and blaming us. Blaming us because there aren't enough good guys out there or we don't want to settle. It's crazy, but this is the stuff that gets put in their heads. Okay, guys, next one. Satisfaction. This doesn't mean you're smug about your happiness. It just means you derive a deep sense of pleasure from your love. If you don't feel that way, the person you're with isn't the one for you. Keep looking. Well, okay, now we're talking about satisfaction here. Eventually, in the beginning, when a guy and a gal get together, and it's exciting and new, okay. But eventually, it's going to fade. That's why I don't do long-term relationships. And I sure as hell, one of the reasons I don't do that, or marriages, because eventually it fades, and it's fucking boring. Okay, amongst many other things. And so, this person's saying about, if you don't have this constant sense of pleasure, then it isn't the one for you. Keep looking. Well, there's going to be a lot of looking. Now, don't get me wrong. If a woman has the idea of like, hey, you know what? I just want to be single, date great guys, be kind of a serial monogamous, so to speak, until it runs its course. Okay, then you can start to get a bunch of these things because you can get it from a bunch of different guys. But you're not going to get all this in one guy. It doesn't work that way unless you have created him on your computer like Weird Science. Goes to show how old I am bringing up that movie. Next one, drive. A healthy, equal partnership means that the two of you encourage, motivate, and inspire each other. You've probably been in at least one past relationship that felt more like it drained your energy than renewed it. It'll feel amazing when you find the person who elevates your game. I got no problem with that. But again, not all guys are going to have drive. In fact, very small percentage of guys are going to have drive and try to push you to be your best and all that. It just doesn't work that way. Frankly, you're going to probably have more women. They're going to have more drive than your average guy. But I encourage all guys out there to be driven and ambitious and always go for something new to improve themselves in some way. For them, not for women. But guys, for those of you who do dating and relationships and hookups and all that stuff, pay attention to these things here because these are things that women obviously do like if you want to help your game a little bit. Women love ambitious guys, guys with drive, for lots of reasons, but one, most guys aren't like that. All right, next one, number 13, respect. You absolutely should never date someone you don't respect. This is non-negotiable. If you don't respect them, why would you be with them? Nothing feels better than to look at someone you love and feel proud of them as an individual apart from yourself. Okay, how many women eventually settle with the quote-unquote nice guy? Okay, the beta male. Most do. Do they really respect them? No. Okay, they may on some level respect that they work hard to provide and try and treat them well, but they truly don't really respect them as a man, as someone they find attractive and they're drawn to. Why? Because if they did, they would be hooking up with them left and right and doing every freaky thing in the bedroom that guy wants. Does that happen to your typical nice guy that gets married? No. Oftentimes, eventually, they could step out and cheat. And they cheat with a guy that they do respect. Basically, a guy that doesn't put up with their crap, doesn't kiss their ass, doesn't act like a dancing monkey, gives them excitement, all that. Again, this whole list comes from the nice guy and the bad boy. You're not going to get 2 in 1. Next one, number 14, confidence. Stop messing around with partners who make you feel bad about yourself. You should have absolutely no doubt that your person wants you and only you. The point is to be with someone who lifts you up and do the same for them. Okay, I got no problem with that, but a lot of times women end with a guy that they always feel unsure with. Uncertainty. Because as much as women hate uncertainty and hate being unsure, they're drawn to and attracted to it. So the guy that makes them feel uncertain, they're drawn to. The nice guy brings certainty. The nice guy brings confidence in the woman in the situation. The bad boy or assertive guy creates uncertainty. But who do they go for? Who do they go running to every time? Who are they drawn to? I didn't create women, guys. I'm just saying how it is. Next one, trust. Nothing feels quite as wonderful as knowing you can actually trust your partner. You're likely to value this highly because if you're anything like the rest of us, you faced your share of betrayal. Again, are you going to get trust with the guy that's Mr. Exciting, Mr. Unpredictable, Mr. Uncertainty? No, you're going to get the trust part from the nice guy, the guy who's all about respect and safety and things like that. The nice guy. So you're not going to get it from all in one guy. Number 16, bravery. With the support of a loving partner, you're invincible. Hopefully, you have a concrete, healthy level of self-esteem to start. This love should encourage you to further spread your wings, not be the only thing holding you aloft. Okay, you may be able to get both from one guy in this case where the bad boy may make you feel a little invincible. He'll give you that drive and make you feel alive, and you might feel brave there. Or you can get the nice guy, beta guy, who actually does well for himself. That might push you along to spread your wings, so to speak. But it's rare to get both, but you might. Number 17, daring. The partner who truly suits you should be completely willing to join you in adventure, whatever that means to you. If you're right for each other, you will find excitement in similar endeavors. You'll be inspired to explore above and beyond what you thought possible. Okay, it's pretty likely that this is going to be the guy that's the bad boy, because the nice guys generally are not daring. Okay, so again, daring, excitement, drive, desire, these are the traits of the bad boy, not the nice guy. I'm not saying always, but most of the time. Next one, 18, adoration. If you aren't looking at your partner with stars in your eyes, what are you even doing? You absolutely will find someone who inspires gooey feelings in your heart for the duration. You have to wait for it, though, or you'll never experience its magic. What girl has the gooey feelings and all that for a long time for the nice guy? The guy that's, Mr. Satisfaction, Mr. Respect, Mr. Trust. Doesn't work that way. That goes for the bad boy type. See what I'm talking about, guys? You're not going to get all these traits in one person. It doesn't work that way. But this is being sold for women to think that, and then guess what happens? Again, like I've said, they wait their whole lives and it doesn't happen. So this is ridiculous. All right, last one, guys. 19, acceptance. You realize you've met your match when you want that person exactly as they are. Yeah, good luck. They not only inspire you to accept them in all their imperfect glory, but they accept you. This teaches you to love yourself as well. Embrace who you are and embrace your person with the same care. Well, the nice guy will typically love her as she is and hence treat her like the queen and the pedestal and all that shit, but the bad boy won't. But she'll love the bad boy generally for all his flaws and everything, but not the nice guy. So go figure. But that's the last one, guys. But like I said here, as you can see through this whole list of 19 different things, there's no way in hell it's all one person, but it's being sold that way. And that's why you got a situation like you are right now. Like I said before, added with feminism, convincing women that they're worth everything under the sun, and all the validation from guys on so many levels, making them feel the fours, feel like they're nines and tens and so forth. Okay? But it's ridiculous. It just doesn't work that way. But again, this is being sold. So I thought it'd be an entertaining little thing to read. And by the way, guys, again, for you guys to do relationships and dating and all that, for those who want to be successful women, like I said before, do all the things for yourself to be successful. But those are obviously some of the traits, according to this woman, that a lot of women like. But it'd be one thing if she said 4 or 5 things from this list, or maybe 6 or 7 or half, but all 18 or 19, you got to be out of your mind. Not in this world, honey. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this whole list here, whether you think it's total bullshit or not. I'm sure I'll get some comments from some women. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.